you doing? You like the show? Thank you for coming, Chris. I love you. You're funny. For somebody to speed, that's childish. How long you been here? About 5 minutes. So I turned around and I was like, hey, Prince, how you? He's small, so I was like, hey, Prince, how you doing?
Some comedians make people laugh because they know how to deliver a joke. But Chris Tucker operates differently. He doesn't just tell funny stories, he turns entire situations into chaos. A normal conversation suddenly feels unpredictable. A simple memory becomes a full comedy scene. And somehow, even the biggest celebrities in the world start feeling weirdly human around him. What makes Chris Tucker special isn't just the loud voice or the fast talking. A lot of comedians can do that. The real value in his humor comes from the way he reacts to the world around him. Chris notices the absurdity in everything. And the moment he notices it, the audience notices it too. That's why watching Chris Tucker never feels scripted. It feels like watching somebody lose control in real time, in the funniest way possible.
What's he like when you're there?
He's cool because he found out I was there. Prince came over and said, hey, but he, Prince is shy, so I didn't know. I just heard this noise behind me, and I didn't know what it was. He just trying to get my attention. He was like, ooh. I was asking my friends, I was like, what's that noise? He was like, ooh. He said, man, it's Prince trying to get your attention. So I turned around and I was like, hey, Prince, how you? He's small, so I was like, hey, Prince, how you doing? And he's so short, you can see his feet on his driver's license, but he's short. He was like talking to me, but he was licking on his fingers when he was talking to me. I was he was like, how you doing? You like the show? As a girl? Thank you for coming, Chris. I love you. You're funny. I was like, why are you screaming, man? Just got me a new place, man. Hate my neighbors, man. I got neighbors that borrow shit all the time. You ever had a neighbor that borrow your shit and keep it so long you have to borrow it back? I told you, gotta prove I can borrow, man. No, that shit got my goddamn room.
Chris Tucker's humor is built on unpredictability. The audience is constantly trying to catch up with him. 1 second he's talking normally, the next he's yelling, switching voices, changing facial expressions, or stretching an awkward pause just long enough to make the room explode. That's what separates him from a lot of comedians. Chris doesn't just rely on punchlines. He creates momentum. Every reaction pushes the story forward. Every expression adds another layer to the joke. And what makes it even funnier is that Chris often looks like he's barely holding the story together himself. There's this constant feeling that the entire moment could completely fall apart at any second, but somehow, that chaos becomes the comedy. A lot of comedians control the room by slowing things down. Chris Tucker controls the room by making it feel like everything is speeding up.
This guy.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You know everybody?
I kind of do, I mean, Ben and my buddy Dave Chappelle, they always joke like, you know everybody, man, you're everywhere. Where are you right now? I'm like, I'm in Saudi Arabia with the king.
Oh
I'm
my
coming right
God.
back. He's giving gifts away.
He's giving gifts away. This is Oprah's favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Stevie's, oh man, he called me.
Keep trying. You have to go way deep into Stevie Wonder.
No, but you know Stevie.
I was
that's
like,
so
you know,
cool.
Muhammad Ali is one. He was like, yeah, I met Muhammad. I know
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
He said, you a funny mother Tucker. I said, oh, Met
Muhammad
Mandela. Met Mandela.
Oh my God.
Went to Africa, and he was like,
Where is Chris Tucker? I want him to read my grandkids.
Oh, you do?
because they childish, hiding in the woods waiting for somebody to speed. That's childish. You know what I mean? They ask stupid questions
Like?
when they pull you over. Because I was driving one time. The cop said, didn't you see me back there? Why you start speeding up? I said, because you was catching up. That's why Why you ain't got your seatbelt on? Because I wanted. Oh, you think I ain't got it on? I forgot it. If you care about me, don't give me a ticket. Let me go. Just tell me to put it on. They don't care about you. Like they love you. Put it on because we want you to be safe.
So you can go to court.
Yeah, I'm gonna myself because of this ticket because I can't pay it. Let's work this out.
One of Chris Tucker's greatest strengths is that he doesn't need huge stories to be funny. He can talk about church, his mom yelling at him, getting pulled over by cops, struggling with money, or dealing with annoying neighbors, and somehow make all of it feel unforgettable. That's much harder than it sounds. Anybody can tell a crazy celebrity story. But making ordinary life entertaining for several minutes straight takes real comedic instinct. Chris understands something a lot of comedians miss: everyday life is already ridiculous. Most people just move too fast to notice it. Chris slows those moments down and pulls the humor out of them. And because these stories come from real experiences, the laughter never feels empty. Even when he jokes about being broke, there's still truth underneath it. That honesty gives his comedy weight.
Out, Michael wanted to go to the record store or something. Let's go, and it was only thing was in the car was a Spider-Man mask. So Michael said, "I'll put this on. We'll go in and we get." I said, "Michael, you can't do that. Spider-Man ain't gonna just be walking through the mall. Ain't nobody. They gonna know it's you, Michael." He's like, "No, it won't. Chris, it'll work. It'll work." We go in the mall, and he was getting away with it until people figured it out, because I was with him, and he was like, "Chris, is that Michael Jackson, that Spider-Man mask?" No, that's Spider-Man.
What, do you consider him your president? Start with.
You mean Donald? Are you serious? Believe me. Believe me. I know Chris Tucker. He's a great comedian, great guy. I like him. It's true. I do like him. I met him. I didn't say much, but I said hello. Believe me.
A lot of people have told stories about Michael Jackson. But Chris Tucker tells them differently. In Chris Tucker's world, Michael Jackson stops feeling like an untouchable global icon and starts feeling like the weirdest guy in the room. Suddenly Michael is wearing a Spider-Man mask at the mall, sneaking into movie theaters dressed like a ninja, or laughing louder than everybody else in the theater. And that's what makes these stories work. Chris doesn't put celebrities on a pedestal. He brings them back down to human level. He shows the awkwardness, the weird habits, the strange little moments people normally never get to see. That's why audiences love hearing these stories. They're not just funny because famous people are involved. They're funny because Chris Tucker makes those famous people feel unexpectedly normal.
Yeah,
You know everybody?
I kinda do, you know, and I
Okay, how about like Stevie Wonder? You know Stevie Wonder?
know Stevie's, oh man, he called
Keep
me.
trying. You're gonna have to go way deep into Stevie Wonder.
I know, but you know Stevie.
I was
That's
like,
so
you know,
cool.
Muhammad Ali is one. He was like, yeah, I met Muhammad. I know Muhammad. I was like,
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
He said, "You a funny mother Tucker." I said, "All right." Met
Muhammad
Mandela. Met Mandela.
Oh my God.
Went to Africa, and he was like, "Where?"
Where is Chris Tucker? I want him to meet my grandkids.
I was spending too much money. I was just acting crazy. I bought 2 houses right next door to each other. It was crazy. I said, "I'll take that one too. I don't want nobody to mess with me." I was borrowing stuff for myself.
Well,
it was crazy.
that's gotta be crazy, too.
I was like, "You got some sugar I can borrow?" "You know we got some sugar. I'm you and you me, man."
Chris Tucker's comedy has depth because it comes from real life. Growing up broke, dealing with strict parents, trying to survive before fame, those experiences shape the way he sees humor. And instead of turning difficult moments into self-pity, Chris turns them into stories people can laugh at. That's an important difference. A lot of comedians use comedy to sound smarter than everyone else. Chris Tucker uses comedy to survive uncomfortable situations. That's why his jokes feel warm instead of mean. Even when he exaggerates, there's always something honest underneath it. When Chris jokes about being so broke that a robber would just be practicing on him, people laugh because the exaggeration feels connected to something real. The audience can feel the struggle behind the joke. That honesty is what gives his comedy longevity.
You live in Hollywood, you live in Atlanta, everyone musically and creatively, they live in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. So I'm back and forth. I'm halfway in California. I'm halfway in Georgia, man. So I love it down there.
Do they leave you alone in Atlanta?
Sometimes, man. But people, you know, they sometimes it's because they don't see a lot of celebrities. So they be coming up to me, looking at me like, "Hey, man, you?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm me. You?" They'll be like, "What you doing out here in the grocery store shopping?" "I gotta eat too. I'm getting some food." "You think I'm a superhero?" Get away from my cart, man.
Hollywood has plenty of funny people. But very few comedians have presence the way Chris Tucker does. Some people walk into a room and immediately change the energy. Chris Tucker is one of those people. He doesn't even need a setup sometimes. His reactions alone are entertaining. Interviews become funnier when he's there. Talk shows feel more chaotic. Even regular conversations suddenly feel unpredictable. And the interesting part is that it never feels forced. A lot of modern comedians chase viral moments. Chris Tucker feels naturally entertaining without trying to manufacture attention. His personality already creates enough energy on its own. That's why his funniest moments still feel alive years later. They don't feel like carefully engineered comedy bits. They feel like real moments that accidentally became hilarious.
And Michael was just so nice, man. You'd be around him and you just get happy, man. He would give you anything if you liked something. Like I was just complimenting a flat screen TV he had, and he gave it to me. I was like, Michael, I didn't want the TV. But then the black came out of me. I started liking everything after that. I said, Michael, I like that Rolls Royce. That's a bad Rolls Royce. Not the old one, the new Rolls Royce, right there. He was like, you like it, Chris? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, you sure you like it? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, well, you better go buy one, because I ain't giving you my Rolls.
He might have struck out with Michael's Rolls Royce.
Viola Davis, because Viola Davis is a trained actor. She studied at Juilliard.
Yes.
So the first scene, I was kind of scared. I blacked out. I'm serious. I thought I was in the movie The Help. I looked her dead in the eye and said, you is kind, you is smart, and you is important. She said, Chris, what is wrong with you? This is not the movie The Help.
Yeah.
Come on now, hurry up. Get yourself together.
Unusable tape.
Sometimes, man, but people, you know, they sometimes because they don't see a lot of celebrities, so they be coming up to me, looking at me like, hey, man, you? You? I'll be like, yeah, me, you? I'll be like, what you doing out here in the grocery store shopping? I gotta eat too, I'm getting some food. You think I'm a superhero? Get away from my cart, man. I went over Barry Gibbs' house from the Bee Gees. You know, Barry Gibbs. I was like, damn, this is fly. And all of a sudden, both of them started singing. They were singing, How Deep Is Your Love? I said, God damn. It was just me and a dog looking at the dog was even surprised. Like, damn, this is fly. I said, you see this? Yeah, I see this. So they started singing. Michael started singing first, man. I never heard him sing live before. He was like, how deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to know. And then Barry came in. I believe in you. And then I got caught up and came in. Come to you on a summer breeze, and your love I deserve, and you know it. And Michael was like, Chris, no.
What makes Chris Tucker unforgettable isn't just that he's funny. It's the feeling he creates. Watching Chris Tucker feels like watching someone who sees the world differently from everybody else. He notices the chaos in everyday life, the awkwardness in human behavior, and the absurdity hiding inside normal situations, then somehow turns all of it into entertainment. And personally, I think that's why his comedy still works today. A lot of comedians can write good jokes. Very few can make audiences feel like absolutely anything could happen the second they start talking. Chris Tucker has that ability. And that's what makes him hard to replace. Not just the jokes. Not just the stories. The energy.